Welcome back viewers of The Awakening Empire to Mountain of Love Chapter 20. It had been a few weeks since All Might's retirement and when Izuku came back from the Villians. When they brought Izuku back they took him to Recovery Girl and the hospital. But they were unable to recover what was lost. For now Izuku remained in Yu's apartment. He sat in a chair and Yu helped him when she could. But it pained her every time she saw him. It was just a constant reminder of what had happened. "You know, Izuku," Yu said. "It was my birthday when you left on your trip to the camp," Yu said with tears forming. Izuku turned towards her and looked at her. "I didn't want this. I want my old Izuku back," Yu said as she started to have a breakdown. Izuku put his hand on hers as he noticed her crying. "Don't touch me," Yu said while swiping her hand away. She immediately looked at Izuku who was quivering in fear. "Hey, I'm sorry," she said as she reached out. But Izuku flinched and braces himself for an attack. Yu's eyes shot open. "He thinks of me like I'm a monster," Yu thought. She stormed out of the apartment. "Is wanting my old Izuku back wrong? Am I wrong for not wanting this?" Yu thought. "Who am I kidding? Izuku right now can't tell his right from his left, so it's not his fault. So is it my fault? Why do I get so angry with him?" These conflicting thoughts circled through her mind all day long. Yu sighed and looked up at the sky. This job was very stressful. She then heard ringing from her phone. "Oh, this is Izuku's phone. It's a call from the prison," Yu thought. "Hello?" Yu asked. Hi, is Izuku there?" "My name is Inko Midoriya. I'm his mother," Inko said. No, he isn't. And I doubt he ever will be," Yu said. "Did something happen?" Inko asked. "Well, it's quite complicated to explain, but he has no recollection of anything. He can't even understand English," Yu said. "Oh right," Inko said in a saddened voice. "I'll arrange for you to meet tomorrow," Yu said. And with that she hung up. Time skip. The next day. After Yu finished her hero work, she took Izuku with her to visit his mother. She decided to go in her hero outfit so people at the prison wouldn't be able to figure out who she is. Yu stopped pushing Izuku's wheelchair as they passed a convenience store. "Izuku isn't crippled, the wheelchair is just so to keep him from wandering off on his own." "Hey Izuku, do you want something to eat?" she said, pointing to a picture of a bag of sweets. Izuku looked at the picture as his stomach growled. "Guess that's a yes," Yu thought. Yu wheeled Izuku in the store. She then went to buy the sweets. As she came back with the food only to see Izuku crawled out of his wheelchair. "God damn it," Yu thought. She ran outside the door and looked around. She then heard mumbling from the alleyway nearby. She ran to it. As she turned around the corner she saw Izuku covering something small in his jacket. "Izuku, what is that?" Yu asked. Izuku looked up at Yu and showed her the thing he was protecting. Or rather a person. It was a white-haired girl who looked to be about 6 or 7. She had a mini horn on her forehead. "Hey, what's your name?" Yu asked. My name is Eri," she said. "Do you know where your parents are?" Yu asked. The girl was about to speak but simply shook her head. "Well, do you want us to take you to your home?" Yu asked. But Eri reached a hand out to grab Yu's. "Please don't let me go back." "Don't let me go back to him," Eri said, shaking in fear. Yu saw how bandaged her hand was. It didn't take a genius to know what happened to her. "Eri!" A voice called out. Instinctively Izuku covered Eri in his jacket again. The voice emerged from the darkness. It was a tall man with a bird-like mask. Oh, didn't see you guys there. Hey, you wouldn't have happened to have seen a little girl around here, would you? The man said. Not at all, you said. Oh really, then what's under the jacket? The man asked. A stray cat we found injured, you said. Well, you better return it to its rightful owner, after all theft is a crime. The man said. He then took off his glove and was about to place it on the floor, but Eri ran away from Izuku and to the masked man. Izuku reached his hand out to get Eri back, but he fell to the ground immediately. You then charged and pulled Eri away. I won't just stand here and let you take this innocent girl. Even if she doesn't want to be saved, I'll do everything I can so she can smile again. You said. You heroes are so annoying, he said as he placed his hand on 5 floor, causing it to distort. However, you carried Eri and Izuku and performed the secret Joestar technique. As she ran out of the alleyway, she transformed as big as she could and ran home. As she finally arrived home, she called the prison to let him know she wasn't coming to meet Inko. She hung up and looked towards Izuku and Eri. Eri was quivering in fear. Eri, I'm sorry if you're afraid of heights. No, it's not that, I just don't know what to do now, Eri said. Where will I go? Eri asked. I'll arrange for you to stay with me for as long as I can, so don't worry. You smiled at Eri. This pretty much stopped her from shaking, at least for now. You then looked at Izuku, who was looking directly back at you. His eyes were locked onto her like a hawk. He looked pretty shocked. You then got closer, which caused Izuku to look away while covering his face. What's wrong with him now? You thought.